Dearmark Street has been home to music publishers, songwriters, musicians, recording studios, instrument shops and music magazines Melody Maker and NME. The Sex Pistols lived there, and the Rolling Stones, the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix recorded at Regent Sounds. It was a hangout for the likes of David Bowie. Now it's mostly guitar shops, but remains home to one of Central London's last surviving live music venues, the 12 Bar Club. 12 Bar in Tin Pan Alley, this is where music happens. It was a blacksmith's forge, and these walls used to echo with the sound of hot metal being beaten. For the last 20 years, thousands of bands have graced this tiny little stage. It's seen the likes of Pete Doherty, Jeff Buckley, Katie Tunstall and the Libertines. The 12 Bar supports less mainstream and more independent music. It's an opportunity for young bands to find a place to play and an audience to play to on historic Tin Pan Alley. There's nowhere else like it. From indie to punk to blues and rock and roll, the 12 Bar has seen it all. Musicians from around the world have played here.
James Blunt, before he got signed to a record deal. Katie Melua, just around the time she released her first single. The Libertines, when maybe about 15 people used to come and see them and they were just finding their way. Seasick Steve, before it all went mad and took off his new career, and Adele.
Development from the Crossrail has seen the closure of other legendary live music venues like the Astoria and the Intrepid Fox. With the land value of Dearmark Street increasing to almost £1 billion, the local businesses will be unable to afford rents. Large corporate brands are likely to take over, meaning not only the loss of music heritage and money for local business, but the death of a community. The 12 Bar is likely to close.
I suppose what makes this place special is that combination of where we are. We're in Denmark Street, it's a very historic music street. Before that it was a sort of seedy zone of London outside the city itself. And so it's got a lot of history of low rent entertainment, I guess. And the fact that the music room is an old blacksmith's forge, which makes it particularly unique physically. And the people that work here and in the area, the musicians, the people just come to watch. It's an ever-changing kind of self-regulating community that make a certain atmosphere.
Campaigners want Dearmark Street made a conservation area to be retained for music businesses. Consolidated Developments owner says he wants to keep the link to music heritage by building a new venue and a walk of fame to lure tourists to the new shopping centre and hotel. Dearmark Street locals are not convinced. The 12 Bar attracts music fans from around the world because of its dark, gritty, slightly seedy atmosphere.
Hang around places where no one with any self-respect would be seen. Neither devil or loud. I said I'm in a wicked. Yeah, I'm in a wicked state of mind.
You could look at New Orleans, because they've got Bourbon Street, and much like Denmark Street, it used to be just the lowest, scummiest part of the city, and it was where the prostitutes and criminals were, and it gradually became a music street. And it's still a rough and ready, not high-class place, but it attracts unbelievable amounts of tourists. When they come to New Orleans, they want to go to Bourbon Street. They don't want to go to Disneyland. The plans that seem to be floating about kind of get wheeled in. It's just not going to be the same.